Welcome to another Alpha Audio tutorial. Today we are going to look at the power supply modification for the Bluesound NODE N130. And it's made by Sbooster, as you can see. It's a 6-volt power supply you need. You can use other power supplies as well, but this is specifically made for the Sbooster power supplies. You can see it in the connection right here. We have two of them. There were two versions, but well, I just had a call and he said I'm going for this option. Sounds better, he says. We are going to modify this Bluesound NODE first for you, and for that you need, well, a couple of tools. Not a lot of them, to be honest. You might ask, why would you modify a perfectly fine Bluesound NODE? Well, there are a couple of reasons for that. First of all, the Bluesound NODE is a very nice streamer with very good software. It's compatible with practically any service out there. Spotify, Tidal, Qobuz, Deezer, Radio Paradise, everything is built in right here, and the app is actually very good. So you might say, I want something better in terms of sound quality, but I don't have the budget for a 2, 3, 4,000 euro streamer. And we get that. This modification will set you back a couple of $100. I think the power supply is 325. I'm not sure what this board will cost, but I can't imagine it will be very expensive. So all in all, you might get to that 1,000 euro price point, but you get a better sound. Let's see what you need. First of all, this back panel is magnetic. So you can just get this off, and then you see a couple of screws right here. So you can get those out. We did a modification before. I have to be honest, that was done with an electrical screwdriver. You don't really need one, and you might actually break stuff that is not supposed to be broken. Well, as you can see, this is now loose. And don't be scared, you can just flip this over. Be gentle, of course, but this is always the scary part for me, because it feels like you really break something. You don't, but it's still tricky. So, yeah. Still be gentle, but these are plastic clips and they need some force. Not too much, but they need some force to click away from these gaps. It's scary, I get it. And that's why I always think, do you really want to modify this? Yeah, you can, but it's not easy sometimes. So now this is open. You can see the Wi-Fi antenna, the Wi-Fi module, the main board, with the CPU and all, and this is the power supply, and as you can see, this will fit right in here, and it's very nicely done because it will actually replace the we call it the Mickey Mouse connector, but you can just unscrew this, and you can use the same screws to screw in the new one. Well, we know that the Bluesound NODE is pretty good hardware. It's a nice streamer, but the power supply is actually not that great. We measured this one and the NODE X, and both are not very clean. It's not really shielded, as you can see. This is not a proper shield, and it's all because of the price point. We get it. It's $649 or something like that in Europe, and if you see what you get for that money, you get a lot of streamer for $649. There must be some other ones, yeah, these. and right here. It's hard to see for you, I think, but there's a clip right here for this connector, and now it's supposed to be loose, and it is. So this is the power supply. It's switch mode, of course, otherwise it couldn't be this small. And well, we measured the power supply. It's not really clean, and I guess it will influence the power in the whole board, of course, including some interference. Do you hear that in terms of hiss? No, but it's audible in sound quality. We did a lot of, well, we researched some influence of power supplies on streaming quality. Normally we pick the Volumio Primo. Now this time we picked the Bluesound NODE, and we'll see what happens if we power it with a linear power supply compared to this normal switch mode. I'm not gonna predict anything, but yeah, we can predict some stuff. Well, you need this clip to be put back, otherwise it won't be secured on this side. So, hey, that's magnetic, of course, for the back panel. Well, let's get this right in here. And get this right in here. Now this is secured already. And now we need these small screws for the other side. What this board does is regulate that 6 volts to the power this board needs. Probably less. Some parts need 3 volts, some parts need only 1 volt, some parts need 5 volts, etc. And this board regulates that voltage that gets put in. Now, voltage regulators get hot, that's why we need some cooling. Now, we need to secure these. And essentially, we are ready right now. So we can flip this back. Take your time. It's not hard, but you need to do it right, otherwise it won't fit, of course. Let me see. This is all out of the way, so it should fit. Yeah. And we need this. Yes, that's it. No, it's not it. It's not easy to get it back in the right spot. Yeah, you need to push it down a little bit. Now we can screw the back side in. And don't forget, these are magnetic, so we're not finished yet, because this power supply output, or input, sorry, needs to be secured as well. So that's one. And this is number 2. Mambo number 4. That's something different. Okay. Don't over tight them. And this will finish the job. So this is our modified Bluesound NODE. As you can see, it's all neatly closed now. And the back is also neatly closed. So these will accept the power supply. And this is a 6 volt Sbooster. And you don't actually need these because it will accept it directly. So if you put this on 6 volts, and it's now on 5, so we set the jumper to 6. No, it was already on 6. So set the jumper on 6 volts, that's the middle one. And now we can just push this in. That's a good tight fit, I like it. And now you can play with your brand new Sbooster power supply on your Bluesound NODE N130. Happy listening!